Welcome back to Druid Grove, my truest travelers. I'm Druid Dave, and today we're going to be talking about speaking with authority. You're too quiet. If you start every sentence with, I think maybe, or end it with, I don't know, you're teaching people not to trust you. Let's talk about something that's absolutely killing your credibility, and you might not even realize you're doing it. You know what I'm talking about. It sounds like this. Well, I'm not an expert, but, or, I think maybe possibly, or, according to this study I read, or my personal favorite, when someone makes a statement and then immediately follows it up with, I don't know. Here's what's happening. Your voice has become a static-filled speaker. It's garbled, unclear, full of noise from all the qualifiers and self-doubt. People are trying to tune into what you're saying, but all they're hearing is interference. What? Okay, whatever. In daily life, at work, in public, in your personal relationships, you don't need to preface everything with appeals to authority or research studies. You don't need to reference some historical figure or quote some expert before you are allowed to have an opinion. You don't need to qualify every single statement you make. Just speak with power, confidence, and assertiveness. Keep it simple. Speak your truth. And speak it with sincerity. But here's what we've been conditioned to do. We second guess ourselves constantly. We think we need evidence for every casual conversation. We think we need permission from some external authority before our perspective is valid. And worst of all, we end statements with, I don't know. I'm not sure. That's just what I heard. That's what so-and-so said. That's what the expert said. That's what the study said. This immediately makes people uneasy about everything we just said. They lose trust and confidence in what we're telling them. Stop saying, I don't know, when you actually do know. You're not being humble. You're being static. You're adding noise to your own signal. Your perspective and your truth is just as valid as anyone else's. So why are you the only one in the room hedging and qualifying while everyone else speaks like they wrote the manual on reality? We'll dig into this in part 2. Part 2. The electromagnetic interference never stops. Other people are confidently wrong all the time. So why are you the only one being careful? Let's address the elephant in the room. Other people speak with complete confidence while being totally inaccurate, and they get away with it. Here's the thing. People around you are like electromagnetic interference. They're constant, disruptive, trying to scramble your signal with their own noise. And they're relentless in their perspective and their personal truth. They don't hedge. They don't qualify. They just speak with authority whether they know what they're talking about or not. And you know what? They're often wrong. They have knowledge gaps. They have poor memory or even false memories. Their beliefs and opinions are all over the place, but they speak with such conviction that people believe them anyway. So here's the frustrating part. You've been playing by different rules. You've been careful, considerate, constantly fact-checking yourself while everyone bulldozes forward with whatever they feel like saying. Nope, I'm correct. Nope. And then when you speak up, Some of these same people will try to gaslight you. They'll make you doubt yourself. They'll challenge your perspective with their own truth, their own opinion, their own belief. And they'll do it with such confidence that you start questioning what you know. Don't allow this to sway you. Don't take what they say too seriously, because here's the reality. Many people are incorrect and not very accurate anyway. Their confident delivery doesn't make them right. Not even at all. In fact, most often, they're totally wrong. The electromagnetic interference is always there. You can't control that. Other people are going to speak with unearned authority. They're going to contradict you. They're going to try to scramble your signal with their noise. But what you can control is the clarity and strength of your own signal. And that's what we're talking about in part 3. Part 3, ground your signal and speak clear. The difference between static and clarity isn't volume. It's being grounded in what you know. Let's talk about transforming your voice from static-filled speaker to a loud, crystal clear speaker that's in tune. Here's the key. A powerful speaker isn't just loud, it's grounded. There's a grounding wire that keeps the signal clean and interference free. And that's exactly what you need. When you are grounded in what you know, when you're connected to your own truth, your own experience, your own knowledge, you speak with clarity and authority. You've got volume and proper tone. Your signal cuts through that electromagnetic interference like it's not even there. This doesn't mean you ignore facts or stop learning. Do your research. Be accurate. Be informed. But in daily speech, in everyday conversation, you don't need to reference a bunch of data or studies. You don't need to cite your sources like you're writing a dissertation. Just speak with authority. Own what you know. When you have an informed perspective, state it clearly. When you believe something, say it without apologizing for believing it. When you've experienced something, share it without prefacing it with 17 qualifiers. Hey, how about 20? Why not 30? How about 0? Stop diluting your message with constant self-doubt. Stop being the only person in the room who's undermining their own credibility before anyone else gets the chance. Your voice should be crystal clear, grounded, and in tune. Not because you're arrogant or because you think you're never wrong, but because you've done the work to know what you're talking about. And now you're going to communicate it powerfully, with power and authority. The electromagnetic interference doesn't stop. People will continue being confidently wrong around you. They'll continue trying to shake your signal, but a strong, grounded speaker cuts through all of that. Your clarity becomes unmistakable. Your authority becomes undeniable. Call to action. So here's your challenge this week. Pick one area where you constantly qualify yourself. Maybe it's at work. Maybe it's with your family. Maybe it's in social situations. And I want you to practice speaking directly. No, I think maybe, and no, I'm not sure, but, and definitely no, I don't know at the end of every sentence. Ground yourself in what you actually know and speak it clearly. Drop a comment below and tell me where you're going to practice this. What's the one place you're going to stop being static and start being crystal clear? And if this resonated with you, subscribe, because we're going to keep talking about how to communicate powerfully in a world full of noise. Remember, your truth is just as valid as anyone else's. Speak it with authority. Speak it grounded. Speak it clear. Light only shines while facing the darkness. And the peak of being is simply being. I'll see you on the next one, guys. Peace out. Thanks for watching. Make sure to comment and subscribe. It really helps get the video out. I'm a very small channel. I only have, 75, 76 subscribers, which I'm grateful for. I did have a YouTube channel in the past where I reached roughly 70,000 subscribers. So I'm not new to YouTube, but I am, of course, starting something that's a bit more social, a bit more based on social dynamics, spirituality, and philosophy and that type of thing. And I think I'm going to niche more towards just the practical social aspect. It seems like people can relate to that better than obscure spirituality or deep philosophy. And plus, it's more applicable to our daily lives, and I enjoy talking about it. So yeah, I think we're going to continue forward in more social dynamics and social discussions. So anyway, thanks for watching. Until next time, talk to you later, guys. Have a great week. Peace out.